derivation, we have to know about the few things. So first one, lens. So what is meant by lens? Already we are completed about the concept mirror. So what is meant by lens? Lens is a optical medium. So lens is a optical medium bounded by two surfaces. Lens is a optical medium bounded by two surfaces. At least one surface is curved. At least one surface is curved. So we call lens. Lens is a optical medium bounded by two surfaces. At least one surface is curved. We call lens. There are types of lenses are there. First one, biconvex lens, biconcave lens, plano-convex lens, plano-concave lens. First there are types of lenses are there. Biconvex lens, biconcave lens, plano-convex lens, plano-concave lens. So biconvex lens means, convex lens means what? We are draw a figure of convex lens. So convex lens is a converging lens, means when light rays are incident to convex lens, after refraction from the lens, all light rays are meet at a point, means convex lens is a converging lens. And next, how it looks? So convex lens center is thicker, edges are thin. So how convex lens looks? Center is thick, edges are thin. How concave lens looks? So center is thin, edges are thick. Center is thin, edges are thick. So we call convex lens and concave lens. Convex is the converging lens when light rays are incident to convex lens. All light rays are focused at a particular point. Concave lens is a diverging lens. And next, principal axis. So what is my principal axis? So we will draw we are taking a convex lens. Okay, the line, a straight line which passes from the center of curvature of two spherical surfaces of a lens. The line which passes from the center of curvature of two spherical surfaces. So that line we call principal axis. So second one, optic center. So where is the optic center? The optic center point is on the principal axis. This is the point on the optic center. This is the point on the principal axis present in the inside a lens. So where is the optic point? Optic point denoted as O. Where is this optic point? This point is on the principal axis inside a lens. So when light rays are passing from this optic center, the light ray is not deviated. When light ray is passing from this optic center, the light ray is not deviated. So lens means over. Types of lens: principal axis, optic center, and principal focus. So what is my principal focus? The light rays are parallel to principal axis. I draw a figure, same figure here. These light rays are parallel to principal axis. So convex lens, we are taking a convex lens. So after refraction from a mirror, all light rays are meet at a point. So that point we called principal focus. Light rays are parallel to principal axis. After refraction from a mirror, meet at a point. That point we called principal focus. Next, the distance between optic center and principal focus. The distance between optic center and principal focus. So we called as focal length f, denoted by small f. Denoted by small f. Distance between optic center and principal focus. We call focal length f. And next, thin lens. So what is meant by thin lens? The thin lens is a lens whose thickness is very small. Thin lens is a lens whose thickness is very small compared to radii of curvature or radius of curvature. Thin lens means it is a lens, its thickness is very small. Its thickness is very small compared to its radii of curvature. Remember a point, every lens consists of two center of curvature and two radius of curvature. Every lens consists of two center of curvature and two radius of curvature. So we have to derive the lens maker formula derivation. Okay. So first, lens maker formula. So we are taking a thin lens. So which type of thin lens? It is a biconvex lens. So it is a biconvex lens. Okay. and O is a point. Where is this point? This point is on the principal axis. O is the luminous point on the principal axis, and N1 is the refractive index of rarer medium. N2 is the refractive index of lens. N1 is the refractive index of rarer medium. N2 is the refractive index of lens, and F is the focal length of a lens, and F is the focal length of a lens. And next, from point O to optic center distance we called U. From point O to optic center distance we called U. And next, a light ray is passing from OB. This line is not deviated. This line is moving in a straight line. Next, another light ray is passing. From OP is the incident light ray, and Q I dash is the refracted light ray. OP is the incident light ray, Q I dash is the refracted light ray. In this case, we are taking the two conditions. So first condition, refraction at the surface, A, B, C. So in this case, we are considering the only one surface. ABC surface is present, the ADC surface is absent. Only ABC surface is present. So in this case, what happens? The ADC surface is absent. The surface ADC is absent. Okay. Next, so it will produces the image. Which type of image? Real image. It will produces the image. So which type of image we will get? I dash image we will get, and the image distance. Is V dash. V dash is our image distance. In first condition, what happens? The refraction at the surface ABC means only ABC surface is present. The ADC surface is absent. The light ray is passing from OP. Q I dash is the refracted light ray. Means the surface ADC is absent. The real image I dash is produces. We will get an real image I dash, and the image distance V dash. From I dash to optic center. We will call as image distance V dash. Next, the equation is the refraction at this surface. So refraction of a spherical surface, already we have completed a derivation. We are using same equation here. So what is the equation? The light ray is coming from refractive index N1 to refractive index N2, and the object distance is U, plus it is incident to the surface N2, and image distance is V dash is equal to N2 minus N1 by R1, radius of curvature of a first spherical surface. We are taking R1. For second condition, what is the second condition? Refraction at the surface ADC means in this case the surface ABC is absent. Remember this point, the surface ABC is absent, only ADC surface is present. In this case, the surface I dash is act as virtual object. I dash is act as virtual object forming a real image. I and image distance V. So in this case, what happens? Refraction at the surface ADC. In second condition, the surface ADC is present, means the surface ABC is absent. Remember the point. I dash is act as virtual object forming a real image I. Means in this case, O is not our object. In this case, I dash is act as our object. so it will produces the real image. So what is the real image? I is our real image and B dash is our image distance. So which is object here? Sorry, B dash is our object distance and V is our image distance. So in this case I dash is act as a virtual object. In this case O is not our object. In second case I dash is our act as virtual object, means in second case V dash is act as object distance, V act as image distance. So we are writing the equation n2. So what is the image here? Object distance. So I told previously V dash is our image object distance plus n1 V is our image distance. So equation n1 minus n2, we are taking the second surface R2. So last time we are taking the first surface ABC, R1 we are taking. In second case we are taking second surface. So we are taking R2. So the equation n1 minus n2 R2, how we can write? n1 minus n2 R2. So we will write in another form also. Minus n2 minus n1 by R2. Yes. So both will give the same meaning. So see the equation n1 minus n2 by R2. So how we can write n1 minus n2 by R2? So how we are writing? Minus n2 minus n1 by R1. We are converting in this form equation. So I will write equation 2 once again. Minus n2 V dash object distance plus n1 V image distance. So n1 minus n2 previously I written. So how we can write? Minus n2 minus n1 by R2. So consider equation 2. So this is we are considering equation 2. Yes. Next adding equation 1 and 2. Adding equation 1 and 2. Where is the equation 1? Here is the equation 1. Where is the equation 2? There is the equation 2. We will adding these two equations. So see the equation minus n1 u plus n2 v dash. Adding means here already negative. Minus n2 v dash plus n1 v is equal to. So we are writing this one is equal to n2 minus n1 by R1 minus n2 minus n1 by R2 is equal to n2 minus n1 by R1 minus n2 minus n1 by R2. Okay, so which terms are cancelling here? n2 v dash plus n2 v dash minus n2 v dash cancel here. So I will write the same equation here. Minus n1 u plus n1 v is equal to. So we are taking the n2 minus n1 common. n2 minus n1. Next, what is the remaining? 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Yes. Next, we are taking minus here n1 term common. n1 1 by minus u plus 1 by v. Next, n2 minus n1 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Next, this n1 term we are taking this side minus 1 by u plus 1 by v is equal to n2 minus n1 by n1. Yes. So remaining term is 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Okay. Next. So minus 1 by u plus 1 by, how we can write? 1 by v minus 1 by u. Yes. Is equal to n2 minus n1 by n1. Remaining is 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So 1 by v minus 1 by u, thin length formula. 1 by v minus 1 by u, we are using thin length formula. So I will write 1 by f. So remaining n2 minus n1 by n1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Next, 1 by f is equal to, so n2 minus n1 by n1, how we can write? So n2 by n1 minus 1, remaining is 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So in another form we have to write n2 by n1, how we can write? n21. So we are writing the same form. 1 by f is equal to n21 minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So this is our final equation of this derivation.